Hello BookTube, welcome to Willow's Book Apothecary. I am your literary host, Willow. I had a very different video planned for today, but life happens. I had all 4 of my wisdom teeth removed just a few days ago, so my cheeks are puffy, it hurts to smile, it hurts to talk, it hurts to laugh, and worst of all, it hurts to eat. So I decided to go for something with a little bit more serious of a tone so I don't have to laugh and smile as much. And yeah, that's how we ended up here today. With all this time off, I have been able to work on my own novel that I have been writing. It is a horror novel, which I have decided to turn into a graphic novel. And by, trekking through this new terrain, I decided to reach into my goodie bag of, graphic novels that I have read in my life, including Mouse, which I hope to do a video on someday because it is so beautiful. But today I want to discuss with you Fun Home by Alison Bechdel. Alison Bechdel is a member of the LGBTQ community, a cartoonist, and this woman gets really serious about her life. This is what she calls a family tragic comic. It is her autobiography. It's a graphic memoir about her tumultuous relationship with her father. It is about her discovering her sexuality as a lesbian, eventually coming out as a lesbian shortly after her father comes out as gay, and then shortly after that he passes away. So as you can imagine, there's a lot of everything happening in this graphic novel. The novel itself has actually been turned into a Tony Award-winning Broadway musical. I have heard of people who have seen the musical, and they've said it is phenomenal. I hope to see it one day myself. This is a beautifully crafted graphic memoir. Alison made detailed illustrations, and she shares snippets of actual copies of her journals growing up, as well as letters that she received from her father and annotations that her father has made within books that they have shared throughout her life. One of the reasons why I wanted to share this graphic memoir with you is because there are many literary references beautifully weaved into this memoir. So she applies classic literature to different points in her life. Many of the references I understood, but some of them went over my head. So I'm excited in a few years when I've read a couple more books to see what I pick up on moving forward. That said, this graphic memoir definitely deals with a concept that many of us, most of us, probably all of us, are familiar with, and that is family dysfunction. It really gets down to family dysfunction. Alison and her family grew up in an old funeral home, and it's about being closeted in a small Pennsylvania town. It is about exploring those skeletons in your closet. Really, it's gritty, but I really enjoyed it. There are 7 chapters within this book, and all of them explore different themes within Alison's life. Fun Home is a very quick read. You could probably read it in 2 hours, but it is very taxing and it is very dense. It is saturated with emotions, anger, confusion, self-discovery. It's all in there. I was reading some of the Goodreads reviews for this. I was pretty disappointed, to be honest with you. And this is, I guess, an unsolicited rant that nobody asked for, but I just don't feel that it's fair to give a memoir 1 star because it's not entertaining enough. Memoirs, just like music, just like songs, is a form of healing. It's a form of closure for the author, and I don't really feel that it's fair to judge it based on its entertainment value. This is just my personal opinion, you know? I feel that memoirs are very subjective. Either you resonate with it or you don't, but that doesn't mean it's trash if you don't. But, you know, that's just where I'm coming from. So with that said, you know, there are certain audiences that I think would benefit from reading Fun Home, and there are certain audiences that I would say steer clear. There are a couple warnings that I would like to throw out there. I always feel it's better to be safe than sorry and warn someone about potentially triggering content. So for those of you who struggle with graphic sexual content, suicide, and abuse, this novel may not be for you. However, if you are a fan of LGBTQ culture, autobiography fiction, non-superhero graphic novels, if you're a fan of classic literature, and of course, my fellow social science enthusiasts, then I think you will really benefit from reading this. I would love to hear from you in the comments below if you have read Fun Home. I would love to know if you've seen the Broadway musical. Do you have any graphic novel recommendations for me to kind of help jumpstart my turning my horror novel into a graphic novel? I can't wait to hear from all of you. I'm only a few minutes into filming this and my jaw hurts from talking, so I think it's time for some tea and to edit this and, you know, get the ball rolling for the next one. I post new content every Thursday. Thank you so much for being here and stay well.